Hello everyone. Now our today's next topic is about sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization means one s orbital and two p orbitals of the central atom. They undergo intermixing, they undergo hybridization. Clear? So here one s orbital means this s orbital can be 2s, it can be 3s, it can be 4s. Clear? And two p orbitals. P orbitals means they can be 2p, 3p, 4p like that. If s orbital is a 2s, then p orbital will be 2p. If s orbital is a 3s, then p orbital will be 3p. It is like that. So they will have the same principal quantum number. So central atom of that atom, one s orbital and two p orbitals will be mixed up. They will be hybridized, so that here you can see 1 and 2 means total 3 orbitals are involved. They are total 3 orbitals are undergoing hybridization. Clear? 3 atomic orbitals of the central atom, they are undergoing hybridization. So as I told you before, the number of atomic orbitals undergoing hybridization will be same as the number of hybrid orbitals produced. So as here 3 atomic orbitals are hybridized, so 3 hybrid orbitals are produced. See, this is how you can see. sp2 doesn't mean that in p orbital there are 2 electrons. Here this power which is written, it doesn't indicate the number of electron, but it indicates the number of p orbitals. Clear? So here one s orbital and two p orbitals are involved in hybridization. So total 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are produced. Clear? Here you can see 2 and 1. So total 3 orbitals are involved. So 3 hybrid orbitals are produced. If 4 atomic orbitals are involved in hybridization, then 4 hybrid orbitals will be produced. Clear? So when such a hybrid orbital sp2, 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are produced, then they are always oriented at 120 degree. So the angle between them will be 120 degree, and so the resulting geometry of the molecule will be trigonal planar. 120 bond angle means the orbitals are projected towards the 3 corners of equilateral triangle, making an angle of 120 degree. Clear? So the resulting geometry will be trigonal planar. Clear? Now in this, as there are total 3 atomic orbitals, clear, 1s and 2p orbitals. So here you have to divide 100% by 3. Clear? So you will get 33.33 like that. So we can say that in this orbital approximately 33% of s character will be there and 67% of p character will be there. Why? Because there are 2 p orbitals. Clear? So p character will be more in this type of hybridization. Clear? So in case of sp hybridization, we have seen that this type of hybrid orbitals have 50-50 character, that is 50% s character, 50% p character. But in case of sp2 hybrid orbital, there will be approximately 33% s character and approximately 67% p character. Clear? Now let us take the example of BCl3, boron trichloride, in order to understand this sp2 hybridization. Boron has atomic number 5. Its configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py0, 2pz0. So in boron, this second orbit is the valence orbit. Clear? In second orbit, there are 3 valence electrons. Got it? Now here in 2s orbital, electron pair is present. So there will be promotion of 1 electron from 2s orbital to 2py orbital. So now the configuration of boron in excited state, see, whenever the atom is in excited state, it is always shown by putting a asterisk over the symbol of the atom. So here B star indicates that boron is in excited state. Excited state means that atom is given little amount of energy so that it can promote its paired electron, one of the paired electrons to the vacant orbitals. So in boron, in the ground state, there are two p orbitals already vacant. So with little gain of energy, boron will promote one of its 2s electron to the already vacant 2py orbital. So now you can see in excited boron there are 3 unpaired electrons. Is it clear? So now these 3 orbitals, one this 2s and 2px 2py means one s orbital and 2 p orbital. So total 3 orbitals will undergo hybridization before boron forms bond with 3 chlorine atoms. Clear? So here boron is the central atom. So before accepting or before sharing the electron with the other atom, electrons of the other atoms, it is the duty of the central atom to make its orbitals, valence orbitals equivalent in the sense equi-energic and identical in shape. So before boron forms bond with 3 chlorine atoms, it will undergo hybridization. So these 3 atomic orbitals of boron will be mixed up, they will be hybridized. So when they are mixed up, then this type of hybrid orbitals are produced. Here you can see this is one sp2 hybrid orbital, this is another sp2 hybrid orbital, and this is third sp2 hybrid orbital. Here also the negative lobes, they are shrunk and positive lobes are prominent. Is it clear? Now these 3 hybrid orbitals, all of them are sp2 hybrid orbitals. Clear? Any hybrid orbital that is always indicated, that is always represented by the symbol like this. As we are talking about sp2 hybridization, so each hybrid orbital is sp2 hybrid orbital. None of them will be s or p. All of them are sp2 hybrid orbitals, and these orbitals, they are arranged trigonally, making an angle of 120 degree between them. Clear? So after there is you can see this, there is a reorientation of orbitals. S orbital, as we know, it is a non-directional. Clear? It is a non-directional like this. So x, y and z axis. So this is s orbital. It is non-directional. But px orbital, see, this is x axis, so this is px orbital, and py orbital, this is y axis, so this is py orbital. So all these orbitals, they are different, their orientations are different. Clear? One is a non-directional, these two are directional. So their shapes are different, their energies are different, and their orientations are also different. But after these 3 orbitals are mixed up, they are overlapped, they are hybridized, then 3 hybrid orbitals are produced, which are called sp2 hybrid orbitals. Now these hybrid orbitals, they have identical shape like this. Clear? This is the shape, leaf-like shape of hybrid orbital. So this is one sp2 hybrid orbital, this is another sp2 hybrid orbital, and this is third sp2 hybrid orbital. Clear? And these hybrid orbitals, their orientation, see, initially before hybridization their orientations were different. After hybridization, now they are reoriented. They are reoriented along the 3 corners. Clear? It is like this, 3 corners of triangle. Clear? If you join the centers of this orbital, then you will get triangular shape. So they are oriented along the 3 corners of a triangle. So it is called trigonal arrangement. And as they are oriented along the corners of the triangle, they are always planar. Clear? So geometry is a planar. It will not be 2 or 3 dimensional. All the orbitals are, they lie in the same plane. Is it clear? So the resulting geometry is trigonal planar. Clear? Okay. Now after hybridization, these 3 hybrid orbitals will share, or they will accept the electron from the 3 pz orbitals of 3 chlorine atoms. Now these are the atomic orbitals of chlorine. They are not hybrid orbitals. This is pz orbital, which is atomic orbital of chlorine. This is atomic orbital of another chlorine. This is atomic orbital of third chlorine atom. Now these orbitals, they have one unpaired electron in them. You can see here. See, in configuration I have written in 2pz orbital there is one unpaired electron. So this is same for all the 3 chlorine atoms. Clear? And this boron is also having 3 unpaired electrons. So in these hybrid orbitals there are unpaired electrons present. Clear? So after boron has formed hybrid orbitals, now there will be overlapping between the hybrid orbital of boron, which is a central atom, and the atomic orbital of 3 chlorine atoms. So in this overlap region, now the electron of both the atoms are present, boron as well as chlorine. Clear? So here also you can see this. This is axial overlap or head to head or head on overlap. Clear? So all these 3 orbitals of chlorine, they undergo head on overlap or axial overlap with the hybrid orbital of central boron atom. And that is why resulting BCl3 molecule, it will have 3 sigma bonds. All the 3 boron chlorine bonds are sigma bond because they are formed by head on overlap of orbitals. Clear? So they are all sigma bonds, and here you can see these 3 bonds are oriented along the 3 corners of a triangle. Why? Because these hybrid orbitals are at angles of the corners of the triangle. Clear? So if you join like this, then you will get the triangular shape. So here also if you join like this, you will get triangular shape, and all the bonds, they are in the same plane. Here you can see they are all on the plane of this whiteboard. Clear? So they are planar, and that is why this BCl3 has a trigonal planar geometry. So this is all about sp2 hybridization. Now in the next lecture we will discuss sp3 hybridization, in which we are going to discuss 3 different examples. Thank you very much.